Hey folks, I'm sure like me, a lot of you have been out in the yard working today, cleaning up, helping your neighbors, doing what needs to be done to clean up after that tremendous storm we had last night. We knew that it was coming. We had plenty of time to prepare. Yet I see so many posts today of folks that were flooded out last night, especially in our downtown area, and I hate to see that. You know, there's a lot of causes to that, and we can point fingers if we want to. The bottom line is yes, without question, there are things that we could do. There are things that should have already been done, or have been done, to fix this situation, or at least give quick relief to it. It's sad that, that this is still happening. We hear the comments all the time. Well, it's just so much rain, we can't deal with it. Well, we've had rain for years and years and years, but we're just now getting to a point that we're now having an issue. So it doesn't make sense. And you even hear, well, that was 100-year rain. We only have that kind of rain every 100 years. Well, we sure have had a lot of 100-year rains, haven't we? It's sad that our stores downtown and other areas are being flooded out. And again, we can point a lot of fingers, and I'm definitely, please hear me, I am not pointing any fingers at our street department. I think the street department and Reed McAfee, they're doing all that they can do with what they have been given. So there's a lot more that we've got to do. I know today, as I was cleaning out my own debris situation in front of my house, if we've got a drainage ditch that runs in front of us, it's common that there's flooding. It runs over our driveway, brings up debris, big logs, everything. It just trashes the entire lower part of our property. And that happens just simply because the county doesn't clean the culvert out enough. That's something we need to be talking with our county and say, hey, get these ditches and culverts cleaned out. I think Reed is doing all that he can do in order to try to get ahead of the situation. But what could we have done? Have we sought grants? Have we sought partners in the community to try to solve this? We've had plenty of time this week knowing that this was a very strong possibility outside of just storm damage, that we were going to get a tremendous amount of rain. I think very strongly, if the city is not going to do anything else, at bare minimum, we need to invest in some kind of flood barrier to run across those areas that commonly flood out in our downtown area to stop this. I'm sure that the businesses would even be more than happy to contribute, to be a part of this. There are other private contributors that might help. We could find grant money to help pay for those things rather than just having to come out of pocket. There are a lot of things that could be done, but I'm sure nobody's going to want to accept responsibility, and they're just going to call me an idiot or whatever, and that's fine. The bottom line is, I believe that we can do something about it. And if you'll help me, if you'll elect me mayor, I'm going to do everything within my power to try to do something about it. Now somebody say, well, why haven't you said something before now? Well, I have. There are business owners that are downtown that will tell you, as chairman of the Commercial Development Authority, I have talked to them about it. I've talked to our city council members about it. I'm not going to get into those conversations and what they said. The bottom line is, we've got an issue. It should have already been addressed. With Brian Taunton, we're going to work on putting a plan together that's going to be sustainable, that we can maintain, that will hopefully solve our problems. We know 90% of the situation is because the state has too high of a crown and too much asphalt built up on 21, and it's pushing water off. And every time a car drives by, it makes waves and pushes that rainwater over the sidewalks and into the businesses. So an easy fix right now is a barrier system, a flood barrier system that we can put into place. They're really not that expensive. So maybe that's someplace we can start.